Anxiety has an unbelievable ability to make you feel like you're losing your mind or you're going crazy. It can create huge mood swings, depressive episodes, and make you feel empty and emotionless. With this, you can begin to worry that you might be going insane or you have a mental illness such as bipolar or schizophrenia. This is a common fear, so let's discuss it to make sure you can have confidence that you're addressing the right issue going forward. Let's begin. Hey friend, before we jump in, I have a gift for you. I've outlined my entire framework for recovering from anxiety and I've put it in the link below. It's called the 5-Step Cure to Anxiety and Panic Attacks, and it's completely free. It's my gift for you joining me here today, and it's going to get you on the path to recovery. All right, I understand how easy it is to convince yourself that your symptoms are something more serious than anxiety. I've been there, and it's really a terrifying place to be. Anxiety can create such intense sensations and bizarre thoughts and mood swings that you can begin to seriously worry that you might be bipolar or even schizophrenic. All right, first off, if you have any worries that you're going insane, I want to assure you that you're not going insane. Anxiety can make you feel like you're bound for a straitjacket and a spot at the psychiatric ward, but I promise that is not the case. Here's a quote that I like to tell my clients, although I'm really not certain who to attribute this to. The quote goes, "If you have the presence of mind to worry about going insane, it means you are still firmly grounded right here in reality." In other words, if you have the wherewithal to worry about going insane, you're not going insane. So I want you to stop worrying about that and never worry about it again. All right, let's break down the differences between anxiety, bipolar, and schizophrenia. So you can remove any fear you have regarding these other mental disorders. Let's begin with anxiety. When you're experiencing prolonged severe anxiety, you are experiencing symptoms that can be grouped into 2 categories. First, you have the physical effects on your body. These are things like abundant nervous energy, panic attacks, heart palpitations, and lightheadedness. Second are the mental effects. These are things like intrusive negative thoughts, harmful or bizarre thoughts, constant worry, and derealization. So what happens is that you have both the physical and the mental symptoms going on at once. And this is what makes anxiety so unique, because the physical symptoms can make you feel like there's something physically wrong with you, while the mental symptoms can make it feel like there's something mentally wrong with you. Both these physical and mental effects are caused by an overactive fight or flight response that is flooding your body with adrenaline and stress hormones. But here's what I want you to understand. The reason you can begin worrying about being bipolar or schizophrenic is because an overactive fight or flight response leads you to have what I call catastrophic thinking. This means you are constantly worrying about the worst case scenarios. So when anxiety can cause sensations and thoughts that feel incredibly intense and out of control, you start thinking worst case scenario thoughts like, what if this isn't just anxiety? What if it's something more? What if I'm becoming bipolar or schizophrenic? These are all questions you can begin asking yourself. But it's crucial to understand that anxiety, while extremely distressing, is very different from bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. Bipolar disorder involves extreme mood swings, including emotional highs like mania or hypomania and lows like depression. These mood swings can be quite severe and typically last for weeks or even months, not just a few hours or days like when you're suffering from prolonged anxiety. Schizophrenia, on the other hand, can actually cause you to have hallucinations or delusions, which are not real common side effects of anxiety. Another difference is that anxiety can develop fairly quickly, and many times, but certainly not all the time, anxiety follows a triggering event, such as a period of high stress. On the other hand, mental illnesses like bipolar disorder and schizophrenia tend to develop more gradually. Their symptoms often become noticeable over a much longer period of time and are felt more consistently. I also want to note that anxiety and panic disorders do not lead to these mental disorders. You don't need to worry that your anxiety will somehow transform into bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. That is not going to happen. These are separate conditions with different causes and symptoms. But like you, there were many days when I, myself, doubted my diagnosis. I had doctors and therapists assure me that it was just anxiety, but my mind would still wander to those dark places. I would think, what if they're wrong? What if I am developing something worse? But the reason I was having these thoughts was because my anxiety was making me hyper aware and overly cautious about my mental health. It was like my brain was on high alert, looking for any sign of danger. And so it would go into this catastrophic thinking process. But once I understood that this was just a part of my anxiety and I got on the recovery path, it became so much easier to dismiss these thoughts and have confidence that what I was suffering from was simply anxiety. Okay, so what should you do if you're worried that your anxiety might be something more? The first step is to get a proper diagnosis from a mental health professional. They are very good at distinguishing between anxiety and other mental conditions. And if you've already been diagnosed with anxiety, you need to trust that diagnosis and begin the recovery process. For that, again, I have the link below for the 5-step cure to anxiety and panic attacks. That is going to get you on the path to recovery. I hope this episode helps calm your fears and get you on the right path. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button before you leave. See you on the next episode.